A special ceremony is being planned to mark the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks. It will take place at Coon Rapids High School the afternoon of September 11th. You may recall a similar ceremony took place back in 2011 to mark the 10th anniversary of the terrorist attacks. Officer Brian Plotz of the Coon Rapids Police Department is organizing the event, which will include speakers, a flyover, and fireworks. He's hoping for a big turnout, just like 10 years ago.
We use the term never forget, and our goal here is to not forget. And we're 20 years removed from it now. A lot of the people that are going to be in those stands weren't even alive for it. So it's important to us to remind them, what this country went through and how that unified this country.
The 20th anniversary commemoration will take place Saturday, September 11th at Coon Rapids High School. A meet and greet with members of the armed forces and first responders starts at noon, followed by the ceremony at 2 p.m. At the conclusion of the ceremony, there will be a procession of vehicles to Fire Station 1, where an I-beam from the World Trade Center is on permanent display outside the station.
A large dust collector sits outside the temporary entrance to the ground storage reservoir located at the Eastwater Treatment Plant. Take a rare look inside this 5.5 million gallon tank set for a makeover both inside and out.
Today we're sandblasting the old coating off and blowing down, making sure the preparation is up to par with the specification. And then we're applying a zinc-rich primer.
The work includes the 25-foot sidewalls along with a steel floor. Each day, the contractor elevation coating can cover approximately 2,500 square feet.
So we're painting every day to eliminate the open steel that we open up blasting from rusting, flash rusting. So we paint it each day, and then we get a really good prep steel with a coating on it immediately.
Once they're done inside the tank, they'll take on the exterior with a wet blast system.
Once we get to the outside, it's going to be a little noisier, and we're not using containment tarps. So that's where we employ the wet blast system, which is a dust abatement type of process, which keeps dust way down.
Most of the painting on the outside will be done by hand. This summer's drought has caused a high demand for water. Under normal conditions, this ground storage reservoir would help pump out around 6 million gallons of water per day. The water department had to turn on alternate wells to help with demand. Because of this, some residents may see some brown water. That discoloration is harmless and temporary. City officials suggest flushing it out for a minute or two, and it should clean up fine. Meanwhile, the ground storage reservoir rehab project enters its 4th week.
Once we get primed on the inside, things will go quick. That's the main hurdle.
The work on the East Reservoir ground storage tank should wrap up by mid-October. I'm Steve Antis reporting for Community Update.
With 4 in favor and 1 opposed, the resolution is adopted.
After more than 2 hours of testimony and discussion, the Anoka School Board voted Monday night to require masks for students in grades K through 6 this fall. The masks will be required when local COVID cases exceed a certain level.
Masks are a great help for the fight against COVID-19 because not only are you keeping yourself safe, you're keeping others safe as well.
Wow. Amazing. You can't probably even see outside. You have hallways packed. You have people outside. You have people that can't get in. You have so much passion, and the sleeping giant has been awoken. Parents want the right to parent. Parents want the right to choose for their children.
In addition to students, all elementary school teachers, staff, and visitors will be required to wear masks when local COVID cases exceed 15 per 10,000 people. Anoka County is currently at 17. The mask mandate for 6th graders applies only to classrooms made up entirely of 6th grade students. Bill Harvey was the only school board member to vote against masks.
I do have some concerns about the resolution. First of all, the measurements and the timing. And I know we will continue to do everything we can to protect our children, but also protect that bigger picture of our community and our safety and our freedoms. And so for that reason, I will be voting no on this resolution.
I want to thank everyone that contacted the board. We had hundreds and hundreds of letters. Not all of them were very nice, and not all of them were respectful. And honestly, if our children were participating in a classroom that resembled some of the activity that has happened in this room and in this building tonight, I would be disgusted and disappointed. Our children deserve the best that we can offer them, which is respectful listening, which is agreeing to disagree, and which is continuing to do the best that we possibly can.
For years, the giant trees which tower over Flynn Park have provided shade for visitors to the oldest park in Coon Rapids. Now, city officials are exploring future options for renovations at Flynn Park. They are asking residents to fill out an online survey to gather more input on what they would like to see included in a possible redesign of the park.
And then we'll take that information and we want to come up with a plan so we can potentially go out to a consultant to help with design and get more accurate numbers, ultimately looking for the community and council to have the best information to make a decision when it comes to what our funding source need might be, as well as how to go about that.
City officials would like to make it a destination park for the entire community. The 40-acre park includes the clay hole and extends to the west to Fire Station Number 1. If you have ideas on what you would like to see at Flynn Park, the easiest way to provide input is to fill out the online survey. You can scan this barcode or go to the city's website. Remember to complete the survey by Thursday, September 30th.
Here's your City Council recap for Wednesday, August 18th. The building boom in Port River Walk will continue in the months ahead. On Tuesday night, the City Council approved the final plat for the Port River Walk 4th edition, along with the development agreement with Centra Homes. The final edition for the project includes a total of 50 lots, 46 on the east end of the site, 2 on Zilla Street at 100th Avenue, and 2 at the east end of 100th Avenue. In all, Port River Walk will contain a total of 136 detached townhomes when construction is complete. Street reconstruction is still ongoing this summer, but the city is already looking ahead to next year's projects. This week, the City Council ordered preparation of feasibility reports and plans for the reconstruction of nearly 8 miles of city streets. There are more than 50 street segments, too many to list here, but you can find the full list by logging onto the city's website and clicking on agendas. Affected property owners will receive notice in the mail in the coming weeks. A special honor this week for a former city council member who passed away last fall at the age of 75. The pickleball courts at Reservoir Park have been dedicated to Bruce Sanders, who was integral in the push to get the courts built as part of the 2013 park bond. A plaque will be posted that reads, "This space is dedicated to the memory of Bruce Sanders for his years of public service and contribution to building these courts." Sanders served on the City Council for 12 years. And that's your City Council recap for Wednesday, August 18th. As always, you can find the full meetings on cable or the CTN YouTube channel. Three, two, one, cut. Members of the Anoka Area Chamber of Commerce helped AMP Athletics celebrate the grand opening of their first ever location on Thursday afternoon right here in Coon Rapids.
Specifically, we do cheerleading, which is a mixture of, tumbling, acrobatics, stunting, traditional sideline cheer, a little bit of dance, and we kind of mix it all into one. So we have recreational classes that span that whole thing from preschool and parent taught all the way through advanced high school tumbling. And then we have teams that kind of combine them all into routines.
AMP Athletics is a nonprofit committed to creating a fun and safe environment that fosters friendships and teamwork. No experience is necessary.
I've been cheering since I was in high school myself. I cheered in high school, college, I did All-Star, and I've just loved it ever since I started coaching. And then as I started coaching, I kind of got hired here as their program director, and it was the perfect fit because I love cheer and I love connecting it to as many people as possible.
An open house and athlete open gym will take place Friday from 5 to 8 p.m. and again on Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The facility is located at 11521 Eagle Street in a building just north of Highway 10 and east of Hanson Boulevard. For more information on classes and fees, log on to cheerampathletics.com. The city wants your feedback regarding a project that will turn Highway 610 and East River Road into a full-access interchange. Preliminary design work is underway on the project, which will add an off-ramp at East River Road for traffic on westbound 610 and an on-ramp for drivers at East River Road who want to head east on 610 towards Blaine. Just head to the city's website, coonrapidsmn.gov, to take a short survey which asks about your initial reactions to the project and what you'd like to learn more about. In addition to the survey, a public open house on the project will take place Tuesday, August 31st from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Head Start ACAP building on Foley Boulevard.
Chris has been an amazing person in this senior center.
Bernice Olson, along with members of the Super Senior Club, celebrated Chris Niebler and her 25 years working as the City of Coon Rapids Senior Services Program Specialist. The celebration took place at the Super Senior Club's annual picnic. The Senior Center did not have one last year due to COVID-19. Normally, Niebler knows everything going on at the Senior Center, but this took her completely by surprise.
I've had this job for 25 years, but it's never, ever been a job. It's when you love something this much, it's just not work. So I love the seniors, I love my coworkers. I come to work every day. I wish my days could be longer. I love it here, so it's been a good career for me.
The entertainer for the afternoon was Michael James and his concertina. A cake was presented to Niebler along with a giant card signed by all the members of the Super Senior Club. Over the past 25 years, programming at the Coon Rapids Senior Center has grown in popularity and participation under Niebler's watch. I'm Steve Antis reporting for Community Update. New drivers are wanted at Kotke's.
Everybody starts at $19 an hour.
To drive a school bus, a candidate needs to be at least 21 years old and have 5 years of general driving experience.
Our ideal candidate is somebody who has a positive attitude, somebody who wants a flexible work schedule, and somebody who wants to be in and around a family atmosphere.
Kotke's lost several drivers due to COVID-19 who decided to stop driving. Now they want to fill those spaces.
We are looking to hire 75 drivers. That is our top goal. We also are always just hiring in general, but we do need more people out on the roads here.
We are going to be exiting the yard and we will be going left.
Jamie Winters has driven bus for Kotke's for nearly 3 years. She now trains new drivers and says she loves her schedule.
The flexible schedule is amazing. I am a parent to a very, very active 15-year-old boy. He plays 3 sports, goes to high school. I don't miss a thing. When he's off school, I'm off work.
For new drivers with no experience, Kotke's will give a $2,500 incentive paid out over 120 days. For drivers with experience, a CDL, and school bus endorsement, they'll get a $3,500 bonus, again paid out within 120 days.
We wear masks and we clean our buses.
Kotke's will host a job fair on Wednesday, August 11th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. They'll have recruiters standing by for on-the-spot interviews, plus food and more.
We have health benefits. We have truly full-time benefits, and you only have to work part-time.
In Andover, I'm Steve Antis reporting for Community Update.